had been nervous all week, not about the wedding itself, but about the bachelorette party we had planned for my fiancée, Claire. I wanted her to have fun with her friends, to celebrate the life we were about to build together, and to trust that everything was fine. After all, we had been together for 5 years, and I had never doubted her, or so I thought. The party started innocently enough. Laughter filled the apartment as her friends set up decorations, music blasted through the speakers, and champagne flowed freely. I had decided to step out early, letting them enjoy the night without me hovering. But something nagged at me, a tiny, irrational feeling that something was off. I tried to shake it, telling myself it was just pre-wedding nerves. Around midnight, curiosity or maybe intuition led me back to the apartment. I wanted to check that everyone was having fun and that Claire was okay. What I saw when I arrived froze me in place. Through the slightly ajar bedroom door, I caught a glimpse of Claire with someone who wasn't me. Her laughter, the way she leaned in, the intimacy of their touches, it was unmistakable. My chest tightened and my stomach churned. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. For a few moments, I just watched, too shocked to react, my mind racing through denial, anger, and heartbreak. Then, instinct kicked in. I grabbed my phone, quietly started recording, and captured everything. Every whispered word, every look, every kiss, proof of what she was doing. My hands trembled, not from fear, but from the adrenaline of betrayal. The trust I had given freely, the plans for a future together, the love I had believed in, it was all being shattered in front of me. I didn't confront her that night. I didn't yell, cry, or beg. I stayed hidden, letting the camera capture the evidence I would need. By the time I left, the party was winding down, and I walked out quietly, leaving the apartment as though nothing had happened. But inside, I was seething. Morning came, and with it, a plan. I wanted Claire to understand the magnitude of her actions, not through humiliation, not through revenge, but through consequences. I didn't need to act impulsively. I had the leverage of truth on my side. I called her, and when she answered, I was calm, almost eerily so. "Claire, we need to talk," I said. She sounded groggy, unsure, and perhaps a little guilty. "About what?" she asked, trying to mask the panic I could hear in her voice. "The party last night." I replied simply. "I saw everything, and I have it recorded." There was a long pause, then a quiet, You did what?" "I recorded it," I said. "I saw the betrayal firsthand, and now it's time for you to take responsibility for what you've done." Her voice trembled. "Please, it was just a mistake." "I save it," I interrupted. "I'm not interested in excuses. You made your choice, and now you'll face the consequences." I laid out a plan that was meticulous and measured. She needed to confront what she had done, apologize to everyone affected, and take steps to repair the damage she had caused. I didn't want public humiliation, but I wanted accountability. By the end of the morning, Claire had called the friends she had betrayed, apologized, and accepted responsibility for her actions. The shame was palpable in her voice, the weight of her decisions evident in every word. It wasn't revenge for the sake of revenge, it was justice. She had acted without thought or care, and now she was forced to face the reality of her actions. For me, it was a closure I hadn't realized I needed. I had witnessed betrayal, documented it, and ensured that accountability was unavoidable. I had turned heartbreak into empowerment, making sure that deceit could not go unchecked. The recording remained a silent witness, a reminder that actions have consequences. I didn't use it to shame her publicly. I didn't post it online or spread it around. It was evidence, a tool for truth, and a measure of control in a situation where trust had been obliterated. By the afternoon, Claire had left town, taking time to reflect on the choices that led to that morning. I stayed behind, processing the storm of emotions: anger, betrayal, disappointment, but also a strange sense of relief. I had confronted reality without losing myself. I had taken decisive action without resorting to impulsive confrontation. I had faced heartbreak with clarity and strength. In the days that followed, I focused on myself. I reconnected with friends, immersed myself in work, and allowed time to heal the raw edges of my emotions. I realized that witnessing betrayal firsthand, while devastating, had also given me an unexpected gift: clarity. I could now see the truth of my relationship, the boundaries I needed to uphold, and the standards I would never compromise. Looking back, that night was a turning point. It marked the end of trust I had once taken for granted, but it also marked the beginning of self-respect and empowerment. Claire's betrayal could have destroyed me, but instead, it strengthened me. I learned that witnessing dishonesty doesn't mean losing control. It means having the wisdom and composure to navigate the aftermath with integrity. The experience also taught me the value of evidence, preparation, and measured action. In moments of intense emotion, when betrayal strikes unexpectedly, the instinct to lash out can be overwhelming, but restraint, planning, and clarity create power. By morning, when Claire faced the consequences of her actions, it wasn't chaos or revenge that defined the outcome. It was truth, responsibility, and accountability. In the end, I walked away from the wreckage of what could have been a disastrous relationship with my dignity intact. I didn't retaliate in anger. I didn't seek public shaming. I simply ensured that reality caught up with deception. And in doing so, I reclaimed control over my life, my emotions, and my future. That morning remains etched in my memory, not for the betrayal itself, but for the way I responded. I discovered that facing infidelity with composure and strategy can turn heartbreak into empowerment, and that witnessing someone's true character doesn't weaken you, it clarifies the path forward. As the days turned into weeks, I moved on with a new perspective. I understood that love requires trust, honesty, and commitment, and that when those elements are violated, it's not weakness to walk away, it's wisdom. Claire's actions had shown me her true self, and by taking measured steps to address the betrayal, I had shown myself mine. And while the pain of that night lingers in memory, it is tempered by the knowledge that I acted with integrity, that justice was served in a quiet, controlled way, and that I emerged stronger, wiser, and more resilient than I had ever been. The camera captured her betrayal, but more importantly, it captured the moment I chose empowerment over despair, clarity over chaos, and self-respect over desperation. That night, the bachelorette party ended in betrayal. By morning, accountability had arrived. And for me, the aftermath brought not just closure, but a profound understanding of strength, dignity, and the value of standing firm in the face of deception.